mulai supaya nggak langsung ke speech gitu. Ngobrol dulu sambil saya kirimkan link link YouTube-nya ini ke beberapa pos yang harus dikirimkan.
Kok aku merasa aku dipanggil ling 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 ling.
Ini udah masuk live streaming, saya share dulu. Bentar, D5. Sorry. Boleh apa namanya kalau ini udah link duluan ini yang aku share ini. Gak apa-apa Rin, if you want to say something apa ngobrol gitu sambil nunggu settle.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Coba Lose, saya sudah kirimkan link YouTube-nya ke Lose. Coba Lose buka dulu. Udah connect belum kitanya? Connect ya Lose.
Oke nih.
Udah connect belum kitanya? Oke.
Udah connect, Mem.
Ya. Oke, boleh dimulai dulu ngobrolnya. You can talk anything, Arini.
我不知道我要说什么，ma'am。
要说关于什么呢？
我不知道。呃，莎莎老师，你一兴趣吗？
嗯，你跟谁说？
我已经喝还没吃了。艾琳，你几年级了？
今年几岁？
no，
哦，
今年
什么
半，今年
半？我今年是一半。
哦，是一半。
对。
虽然他是1年半，但是他的脸比像小学的脸，小学的孩子啊，很年轻啊。
谢谢老师也很年轻哦。
对。
哎呀，谢谢你啦。他有男朋友了
没有啊，老师。
啊？还没吗？
真的吗？
这么年轻、这么漂亮的人还没有男朋友，
还没可以。
还没开心吗？
还没，老师。
Okay, are you ready, everyone? Because I don't know your language. I just say that 我不知道. Oh my God. Okay, so we can start, Arini, because we already live stream.
Oke.
Okay. Can I get the link?
Ma'am, 莎莎老师，want to get the link？ 大家晚上好，尊敬的各位领导、各位老师、各位演讲者，以及参加本会议的同学、朋友们，大家好！欢迎大家参加2026年的世界演讲会，由 Tunas Karya 基金会举办的。今天晚上，趁这个机会，我们来勇敢的演讲。正所谓用心说话，才是最好的沟通。我是阿里尼卡丽斯塔，很荣幸能担任今天的主持人。 在这充满欢声笑语的日子里，我们欢聚一堂。今晚我们将共同分享喜悦，共度美好时光。开始之前，来，我们一起祷告。我们的天父，愿你的名受显扬，愿你的国来临，愿你的旨意分享在人间，如同在天上。求你今天上给我们日用的食粮，求你宽恕我们的罪过，如同我们宽恕别人一样。不要让我们陷于诱惑，但救我们免于凶恶。阿门。祷告完毕。接下来有请本节目的负责人发言，有请安娜老师。安娜老师，请开始。
Okay, thank you, Arini. I'm really sorry before that I cannot speak Mandarin, so that's why I will deliver welcoming speech in English. I hope that Lausa Lydia and Lausa Sasa, you already know about English. Okay, this is the first time for us to invite Lausa to join for World Speech Day 2026. Because in the previous years, we usually just invited for participant from students, but this year we have a very amazing moment because we have two Lausa here, Lausa Lydia and Lausa Sasa. Thank you so much that's joining for our event. Okay, I know it that maybe this year we have only two Lausa, but I have a big hope that next year we can invite more LOSA under Tunas Karya Foundation, and I hope that maybe next year I can speak Mandarin too to welcoming speech like this. So I think I can say that everything gonna be okay, running smoothly. So I will pass to Arini and we can start the event for this evening. Thank you.
非常感谢安娜老师的演讲。接下来，我们有请Sasha Abrifa Rustam 老师，来自 SD Santo Paulus 1 Pangkal Pinang。他演讲题目是“和平在我们心中”，请开始。
OK，谢谢艾琳。尊敬的宾委老师，亲爱的老师们、同学们，大家好，我是萨萨阿比法鲁桑老师，是中老师在三多保鲁斯一小时。今天我想跟大家一起谈一谈和平的世界。我们生活在同一个蓝色的地球上，我们看同一个太阳，也同一个月亮。可是，在这个地球上还有战争，还有孩子觉得很难过，有的孩子听到的不是音乐，而是爆炸声；有的孩子想去上学，而是没有学校；有的家是积了家，也是积了笑声。战争带来的不是音乐，而是眼泪。这样的，我们可以一起问：为什么要早晨？为什么不能用爱代替仇恨？和平其实很简单，当我们不交叉，就是和平；当我们帮助别人，就是和平。耶稣在这个残酷的世界里，我们常常觉得自己很孤单，但是在小小的心也可以有大大的爱。如果每一个人上次商量，如果每一个国家上次对话，所以这样的，在这个世界里不会有战争。所以呢，我们可以一起大声说： 顶次产生保护孩子，真爱和平。所以这样的，我们可以在这个世界里没有孩子，每个孩子可以觉得很安全，也没有孩子觉得很难过。所以呢，下一次我们可以大声说，第四产生真爱和平。谢谢大家，谢谢各位，我莎莎老师，再见。
非常感谢莎莎老师的演讲，让我们感觉到，其实生活中最重要的就是和和平平的、和和睦睦的、和乐和谐。让我们一起期待世界一家。接下来，我们有请莉迪安娜老师，来自 SD331 Pangkal Pinang。她演讲题目是“爱他人是走向世界和平的第一步”，请开始。
大家晚上好，谢谢阿丽妮，谢谢 Ma'am Erna，也谢谢老师莎莎。今天大家好，今能够站
I think we have to wait for a while. Maybe she will come back soon. Okay.
对不起，那不同的国家、不同的文化、不同的语言，然而这
So we have to wait once again, Arini and also Sasa. If you want to discuss something, Losu Sasa and Arini, it's okay, Arini, you can ask Losu Sasa.
好的。阿丽，你最近怎么样哦？
什么老师？
你最近怎么样？
我最近怎么样？
对啊，
对不起，老师，我不知道你说什么。
啊，你最近怎么样？是 It's about asking your condition lately。
我很好，谢谢老师。你呢？
好的，我也很好，可是有一点忙了。
我老师，今年几岁，老师？
什么？
你今年几岁了？
哦，天啊，我今年27岁。
真的吗，老师？
真的，我27，为什么？
你很漂亮，老师。
谢谢。我还没结婚咯。
真的吗？
对呀，
但是你有男朋友吗？
有啊。
嗯，
你呢？没有吗？
没有，老师，不可以，
还没，还没，
还没，还没。
还没，还没。你几岁了？
我我是，哎，我16岁了。
哦，16，那
嗯，
么年轻哦。
但是今年我17岁。
我17。
对，
你的中文很好。你在哪里学了？
我在 TK bahagia, SD bahagia, SMP bahagia selesai.
哦，
对，
好了好了。
That's why her Mandarin is good, right?
Yes, of course. I'm speechless. Like, wow, this one is really good.
Like native from China.
Yes. Mm. I was think she's been study in countryside on that.
Yeah, in China, yeah, from China.
Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
oke.
老师来了。
Hmm.
Welcome, Losa
Oke,
Lydia. Oke.
ada problem dikit tadi.
Ya, is okay, Losa.
Oke, kita ulang boleh?
Boleh, boleh, Losa. Dari yang pertama aja.
Oke. Pembukaan langsung atau langsung langsung?
Eh, boleh langsung Losa aja, nggak apa-apa.
Oke. Udah dimulai ya. Oke. Saya mulai. 尊敬的各位老师们，各位观众，各位来宾，大家晚上好。今天我莉迪安娜老师来自邦加宾港的圣德雷西亚一小学，我非常荣幸能够站在这里与大家分享我的演讲。今天我演讲的题目是“爱他人是走向世界和平的第一步”。在当今全球化的时代，世界变得越来越亲密，不同的国家、不同的文化、不同的语言，在这个世界变得丰富多彩。然而，在这个多元的世界里，我们仍然可以感到中度、偏见与误解。于是，我们不禁有问：真正的世界和平从哪里开始呢？有人说，和平来自国家之间的合作。也有人说，和平来自制度和法律和平，属于在我们的人心。正如一句中国成语所说：以和为贵。如果人与人之间缺少理解，在现今的制度也难以带来真正的和平。如果人与人之间缺少关爱，再强大的力量也无法消除冲突。因此，世界和平的种子其实就种在每个人的心中。当我们学会将心比心，我们就会更加理解别人。当我们学会互相帮助，世界就会多一点温暖。作为老师，我们肩负这重要的责任，教育不仅正是知识的传递，更是品德与价值的培养。如果 点儿理解，世界就会少一点冲突。如果每一个人多一点关爱，世界就会更加和平。让我们从自己做起，从现在做起，用爱是走向世界和平的第一步。那今天老师的演讲就到这儿了，我老师莉迪亚，大家晚上好。
非常感谢莉迪亚娜老师的演讲。听了莉迪亚娜老师的演
上帝保佑我们，再见。
谢谢老师。听了莉迪亚娜老师的演讲，我相信世界一起，世界和平是人们的渴望，也是人人的希望。我要问老师一点，你准备这个演讲，用how long do you prepare for this speech?
我觉得我准备这个演讲大概才2天。
哦，
因为我刚刚知道啊，老师们可以参加这个演讲，因为我才知道是学生们才可以参加。那我的小长就说：“哎呀，我看到这个老师莎莎还有老师安德也参加，你为什么没参加？没有人告诉我啊，这怎么我知道啊？所以我真的很快就做啊。”因为我不要浪费这个机会呀。
好啊。老师呢？
我呢，大概1个星期了。
哦，
对啊，跟我们同学们一起学这样的。可是莉迪亚娜老师，你的讲话
很忙，
不是
很厉害。
很对
哪里，
对啊
你也是一样很好的。
没有。
我觉得很羡慕啊，你是一个本地的老师，所以如果参加这个做一个中文老师是特别好的，非常好。
谢谢哦。
很感谢你啊，可以参加我们的中文的。
对。
好啊，进行再次采访，梦想在这里起航。今天我们不仅聆听了智慧，更看到了未来的模样。感谢每一位带来能量的演讲者，朋友们，台上这份热忱，去水自己辉煌的人生，请记住，只要努力，明天会更好。祝大家万事如意。让我们2027年演讲会再见，拜拜。
Bye. Thank you so much, Losa Sasa and Losa Lydia. Thank you for joining us. This is the first time. I hope that next year we can come more for the Losa. Okay. Thank you so much. It's okay if you want to
You're welcome, ma'am.
you can continue your activities after this. Okay. Bye bye,
Thank
Losa.
you. 再见，ma'am.
谢谢大家。
拜拜。
Bye, 再
See you
见。
all.
See ya.
大家晚安。
Thank you, Arini.
谢谢老师 ，Thank you 老师。
谢谢你。
Okay, now we have Arini and Rizal. It's okay if you both, maybe Arini, you can tell us about your feeling. This is the first time for you, right? To be to be the moderator, to be the meeting leader or MC using Mandarin too. So what do you feel?
Actually, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm not as nervous as I thought before, because I really enjoy here. and I'm happy and I'm glad that I can be the moderator for this Mandarin speech.
Okay, very good. So hopefully next year, if you have chance, maybe
Yeah.
you can try to be the MC once again, and then maybe you want to deliver your speech to share your idea or anything. And then before you go, you can, okay, Rizella, are you ready for tonight?
Let's hope I'm ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel pretty ready.
Rizella? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, Rizella, do you have something to ask? Do you want to ask
Mm,
Arini, or do you want to ask about something? Or maybe both of you can let a little conversation. Maybe do you want to stay here, Arini, or do you want to go after this? Because you need
Maybe
to
I will,
preparation for tomorrow.
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
would go.
Okay, 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 okay. And then Rizella, can you speak Mandarin too?
no, not really.
Oh,
I
I
can only
see.
speak a little bit. Well, not actually,
Mm.
just a small bit, like ETR, ETR.
Huh? Absolutely. I also don't know about that. Maybe we can wait for 2 minutes left. Maybe Los Andre will join.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. That's why I asked, can you speak Mandarin or not? Because if Los Andre will join, I mean that Rizal will continue it
Goodness, no, I
using
can't.
Mandarin.
Cannot.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
call me if Andre Lauscher here.
Yeah, maybe if he come,
Yeah.
I will try to contact you later. I will put him at the last of the speaker for English. After English already finished, and then I will contact you if we have Los Andre inside.
Email.
Okay, so because Arini, you know two languages here, Mandarin and English.
Hmm?
Mm, is it difficult for you to change that? Because as we know it, English they have grammar, right? You have
Yeah.
to understand simple present, simple past continuous, so on, about 16 tenses. But what about the Mandarin one? Do you have to memorize too about the grammar, or do they have grammar inside of the Mandarin?
They also have the grammar, but if you ask, is it the same? I mean, like English and Chinese, it's literally a different things.
Different, totally
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
totally different. Okay, okay, and then
But there is like a little bit, the same things that still connect.
I mean like this. For example, if I want to say that I'm eating fried rice now, and then in Mandarin, do we have the different? I ate a plate of fried rice last night, or I will eat a plate of fried rice tomorrow. Is it
No,
different or same sentence?
it's
Same
different.
sentence. For example, what is that?
If we want to say I'm eating banana right now, okay? 我现在吃香蕉。If we say I eat banana, right? 昨天我吃香蕉. It's just the same, but the time signal, the different thing is just in the time signal.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow, yesterday, 2 days ago, different. Like
Yeah.
Indonesia, it means
Yeah, right. Yeah,
saya
that's right.
makan nasi goreng kemarin. Saya makan nasi goreng siang ini. So all about
Yeah.
saya makan nasi goreng. Oh, I see. So to make the different and to make it difficult because of we have to understand the of hiragana, katakana, that means Japanese. Oh, what is it? In Mandarin, calligraphy. What is it? What do you call it?
Hanzi.
Yeah, hiragana, katakana in Japanese because I ever studied that
Oh,
hiragana, katakana, and kanji. But here for Mandarin,
Hanzi.
Hanzi,
Mm-hmm.
Hanzi. Okay, that's the big problem for the basic learner like us
Mm-hmm.
because different, what is it? Different what stripe or pinyi,
对。
pinyi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you can go, Arini, because we have to. If any news, I will contact you. If I don't contact you, that's mean we don't have lost laundry inside. Okay. Happy Saturday night.
Happy Saturday, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Thank you too. Bye.
Well, Rizal, we already live streaming because I cannot stop it and then back again to
Okay then.
continue. So yeah, so
Oh.
we can, yeah, it's just live streaming right now. Then I already shared for the link. Oh my goodness. And then we still have 12 minutes. So I think you can try. Oh, this one, Katarina Gracia Amor from SMP Santa Teresia. Actually, not our class.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
updated agenda for
Mm-hmm.
schedule. What group
Mm-hmm.
is she in?
I don't know, Katarina, G1 or G2? G1, G1 or G2? Yeah, I forgot it too.
One? G1 Yields or the Agora group?
Oh, Agora not here, right? This is only for
Oh,
youth. This is
oh,
only with
Yields.
Amber. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Agora cannot join here because
Mm.
is it different coach?
Oh, I see. All right then. Guess what? What about Rivieri Berliandri Gatan from SMA Santo Yosef?
Fieri from G2.
G2.
Mm-mm.
G2, G1. Okay.
Yeah, G2. Let me try to search the information. Okay. I don't know. But Rivieri from G2.
Okay then.
And then where is it the data here? I forgot it. G2 also. Both of them from Mem Chacha class, yeah. From Mem Chacha.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
G2.
Okay, I need to inform you, Katarina, that you have to change your background and then don't forget to wear your batik. Hello, member. We start earlier because we have Mandarin for this. Unmute, please.
We are waiting for the participants. Let us wait some more.
We are a little bit early, so
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
still 9 minutes to go before we start, but actually we already live stream in YouTube.
You are looking good, Rochella.
Thank you very much.
She's ready, you know.
I just got done with Mandarin tutoring and eating dinner. Yes.
My Mandarin tutoring is watching C-dramas.
Oh.
Chinese drama.
Chinese
Right now
drama.
I'm watching Ruyi. Yeah.
Huh?
Ruyi.
What's that?
The application ID.
Ruyi is
Oh.
the Chinese drama of the Qing dynasty. Oh gosh.
Oh.
Anyhow, Empress Ruyi. Yeah.
Okay, they are coming. They are coming.
Oh, looking good, Gracielle too. Did you cut your hair? No? Okay.
I usually tie it, ma'am, but today I
Oh,
wanna
that's why.
because today I didn't go to church for this.
You stayed home today.
Yes.
Mm. You are very active in your church. And Varsha, welcome. Your batik looks very nice too, Ma'am Erna. A mixture of colors.
Yeah, red and red and pink.
Okay. I had to adapt the colors on my screen, like the brightness on my screen because of my eyes. And so the colors I am seeing are most probably not the real colors.
Oh my God. I said that I never wear this to and only if I have online class here because you see it here. Oh my
Huh?
God. There is a the hole like this.
Ooh,
It's not the
okay.
web,
No, but
it's
it's
not the
made like
closed one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
but
don't know why because that is so I don't want to use that. I don't want to wear that go
it's
outside. So that's why if I have online class, so I can wear this. It's very tricky. Okay, we have Chesa with us.
How are you today?
Nervous.
Nervous. No, don't be. Power pose. Power pose, everyone. Power pose. Just yesterday, one of my club members here in Italy gave an educational on how power pose helps a lot because earlier this year when she called me and said, I don't know what to do, it's so scary when my boss comes in. I said, power pose. And after 1 week, she calls me up and says, it's working. So,
Yeah, sounds happy.
and Varsha, you are wearing the blue of the school, right? Yeah, that's the school. I love that school uniform, by the way. I love that one.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah. And also the school. Every now and then I get to see some of the pictures or videos from the school. It's a very nice school.
Okay, 4 minutes to go.
What are we waiting for? Oh, let us test those
Rizella, yeah.
Rochella, your
Rizella,
microphone. Yeah.
Yes, coach and ma'am.
you can try to check for the participant. Do we complete? No,
Let's see. Michael, not yet. Nicole, not yet. Gracia already. Farsha already. Nadia, not yet. Filbert, not yet. Chiesa, done. China's not here yet. Rivieri, I don't know which one is Rivieri. And Katarina joined earlier. Oh, yeah, she's here.
Rivieri is from G2.
Two.
Katarina also from G2, right?
Okay, then. 2 participants from G2. All right.
Let me just see. Here we go. Oh, does Rivieri have the link?
Just now he joined,
Oh.
but he left. Maybe because of the signal. Maybe he will try to rejoin. Who is it? Kamiantu? I don't know. Is it?
Who?
I don't know. Is it? Who is it? Kamian.
Who is that?
Wait, ma'am,
Oh,
I haven't, yeah, I haven't need to change my name.
yeah, rename. Yeah, rename. You need to rename.
Right.
Erna.
Yes.
Right. This week, oh, all the classes this week. Every day.
Every day. I want to sleep. Oh, and then tomorrow will be the longest time.
The longest one.
The longest time, starting from 5 p.m. to I think almost 11. I think.
Oh.
Oh my God! And then Monday and then Sunday, right? And then Monday I have to go to work. I have to go to school, and we have ceremony flag. Oh my God!
That is why you are sending me the link to come to Indonesia. Come here.
Yeah, I found that too because of one of my friends from Australia, and then what is it? He joined in one of the program, and then he can stay in Vietnam almost for 2 years, and then he what is it? He teach he teaches for English to every school that invite him because he really likes to stay in Vietnam. Just repeated the visa, is it? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's why maybe you want to join that.
I will look at it as soon as possible, yes. Okay.
I think we are ready, right, Rizella? Not Nicole. Oh, Philbert. Where is he?
Where's Philbert?
Philbert.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
On
I
this one.
haven't prepared my clothes yet, so I'm gonna close my video yet.
Oh yeah, come on, Philbert. Okay, everyone, you have to open the camera like we share in our rules that you have to open your camera during the session and then mute if you don't want to say anything. Okay, well, I will help Rizella to share our rules.
By the way, ma'am, I can't do the background. I don't know why.
You can't, yeah, Katarina can't do the background either.
So yeah.
Yeah, Riveri also can.
So are you joining from your cell phone or are you joining from the laptop?
I'm joining for my phone.
From your phone. Okay. I don't know if you can maybe add the background from your phone when you are joining, before you log in. So maybe try to log out and see if you can add the background before joining the meeting.
Huh? How?
I don't know what phone you have. Every phone is different.
Maybe Nadia can answer that. Maybe
If
Nadia
you
can help
cannot
me.
find if you cannot find the background, if you cannot add the background, make sure that you are standing before a very nice and tidy wall at your house, or maybe you have a nice curtain hanging behind you so that it looks like a very professional setting. Okay, try to do that if you cannot change the background.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why, but my screen is like you guys are freezing, so I'm gonna leave first and then I'm joining back in.
Okay.
Yeah, try to rejoin. Rejoin and reconnect.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I also cannot change my background. Yeah. I think,
You're joining from your cell phone as well, right?
yeah.
Okay. So see if you can log out, add the background before you are joining, if your cell phone allows you to do that. If not, as I said, find a nice wall in your house where it's clean or where the background is very nice and orderly looking. Or pull a
Okay,
curtain
ma'am.
behind you. Set the stage as if you were on some professional interview. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And other thing, if you are joining from your cell phone, please turn the cell phone from like this to like this, okay?
Landscape, yeah. Change
Okay,
that
so
to
that
landscape.
Ma'am, yep, I still can't change my background.
Okay. Just find a nice place where where behind you everything is very nice and clean and orderly and tidy. And then remember to turn your cell phone to landscape. So instead of like this, like this. Okay?
Oh, so I need to do the landscape. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it later.
Test, make sure that you see what your background looks like in your cell phone before sharing. Okay? Test. And then again, as we said, we want to have our camera up at eye level. So if you have to put the camera down, the cell phone down, put it on a pile of boxes, books, whatever, so that it's at the right height for you, okay? Yeah, that looks good, Michael. You too, Katarina, looks very good. We do the best we can with what we have, yes, yes?
Okay. Okay. I think we are complete, right, Rizala?
I think so, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So 5 minutes pass from 7. So you can start.
Do I start now?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to World Speech Day 2026. In this live broadcast, in this segment, we have 9 talented young speakers who will be presenting their speeches in hopes to captivate and inspire our audience, you. But before we begin, I would like to inform you all that we have 2 guests from G2 that will be joining us in this segment too. Before we start, let us pray first. I will be leading the prayer as a Christian. Though for those of you who are of different beliefs, may act accordingly. All right, everybody, let us pray. Dear God, thank you so much for gathering us in this Zoom meeting. We ask that you may bless every participant here so that this meeting will go well. Thank you, God. Amen. Now, a welcoming speech from Ma'am Erna.
Okay.
To Ma'am Erna, the stage.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Rizela. Okay, hello everyone. Nice to see you again in this week. And then it is very wonderful Saturday because we are going to deliver speeches for World Speech Day 2026. And all of you already prepared for the speeches since 2 weeks ago, I think. And then we try to practice it. So I would like to listen. I would like to hear from you, your idea, your words to I don't know, can change the world or not, but that can be our motivation for other friends and other family around the world. Okay, thank you, my member, always helping us and then stay in this meeting again. We have a big hope that they can deliver their speeches with their heart and share their voices. Okay, hopefully that our meeting can be running well and smoothly. Back to you, Rizela.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the welcoming speech. And now, a welcoming speech from our coach, Ma'am Amber. So, Ma'am Amber, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Rochella. And Ma'am Erna, we know they will deliver with their whole heart because this is the class of the alumni. From last year, you wanted this class, you wanted to keep doing this. We had created this special meeting on Saturday, especially for those who love practicing their speaking and leadership skills. And yes, you most definitely prove time and again how the title of this course that we are creating for Tunas Karya Foundation, Young Indonesian Leaders Speak, is so befitting because we don't just look at you in your day-to-day meetings and your day-to-day life, but we see how you are also contributing at so many different levels in your various schools and communities. As we were saying right before, how some of you are very active in your churches, how some of you are very active in other activities, leading the way for those younger than you. So I cannot wait to hear your speeches, what you brought, how you up-leveled them from the practice that we've been doing, because you are demonstrating already that you are indeed thinking as global citizens. So, Rochella, back over to you.
All right, thank you for the stage, Ma'am Amber. And now I will continue and start with my speech. Set your boundaries. Do you ever get the feeling that you're getting really overwhelmed, even though you're just hanging out with your friends? Or just feel a hint of resentment towards them, even though you don't really know why? That, my friends, is because people are crossing your boundaries. According to sociology, a boundary is a rule. It is a rule that affects the behavior of the person who chooses to make that rule. It is made to protect the maker. So when people are crossing your boundaries, you experience negative consequences like feeling resentful, overwhelmed, stressed. This is a problem anyone in the whole world experiences. Sometimes, people can be a tad bit pushy. And because of that, others are forced to just take it. Let me give you an example. Let's say a close friend of yours, A, is the physical type And I don't mean like they like to punch you or slap you. I mean that they like to hug and hold your hand. Of course, they don't have any bad intentions. They don't mean to harm you in any way. But you feel some discomfort. You feel uncomfortable. But because you don't want to upset this friend, you just let them do whatever they want, even though it actually bothers you. Well, my friends, if that situation is more or less familiar to you, I urge you to set your boundaries. But how do I set those boundaries? Number one, figure out what your needs are, what you are and what you are not comfortable with. Number two, communicate your boundaries clearly. Be assertive, be straightforward. It lessens the chance of people misunderstanding and misinterpreting your words. You may feel some discomfort after setting your boundaries, maybe some shame, some guilt, some remorse. But it's better this way. It's either this or all those negative feelings get pent up inside you and then explode. I assure you, it is better this way. Even though we're basically just communicating our needs, it creates a huge impact. It's ordinary, it's normal, but it can help you so very much. It helped me so much, that's for sure. In junior high school, many people will be asking me for answers for their homework or for favors, even though they weren't my friends. But here they are, without shame, asking so many things of me. It came to a point where multiple people were asking me different things every single day. It was annoying, and I hated it. And after so many months, weeks, days of me saying, yes, okay, sure, all right, I'll give it to you. Guess what I did? I finally spoke up, stood my ground, and said, no, I will not be giving you these answers. No, you will have to ask somebody else. Please stop bothering me. It's making me uncomfortable. It did take a while for them to finally stop asking me for favors and answers. But it stopped. They stopped. And when they did, I felt so relieved. It was like an escape. So everybody, students, teachers, adults, youngins around the world, if it upsets you, if it makes you uncomfortable, speak up, be brave, and set your boundaries. Thank you all for listening to my speech. That was Richelle
thank
Banderio,
you
and
so
now I
much.
am.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Rizela.
ma'am.
Very amazing speech. Okay, now we go to the second speaker.
And now the next speaker of this segment is Michael Wijaya from SMP Santa Teresa, Pangkal Pinang, with his speech titled Young but Ready to Make a Difference. To Michael, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Richella. Now, today I would like to talk a simple thing but very meaningful for our daily life. Young but ready to make difference. Sometimes people think that young people cannot do much because we need to wait when we are older and have more experience. But the truth is, change can start from anyone, even from students like us. Being young is not our weakness. In fact, being young can be a strength. Young people have a lot of ideas, big dreams, creative thinking, and strong motivation. These things are very important if we want to make the world better and better. Making a difference doesn't always mean doing something huge. It doesn't mean being a famous people or important person. Sometimes making a difference starts with the simple actions in our daily life. For example, students can make a difference in school. We can respect to our teachers, help our classmates, and also create a friendly environment in our schools. When students support each other, schools became a better place for everyone. We can also make a difference by showing kindness. Kindness is a small action, but it has a big impact for our life, like saying thank you, helping others to carry their stuff, and also encouraging a friend who feels nervous can make someone's day better. Young people can also help to protect the environment. We also know the earth is our home and it needs our care. Simple habits like saving water, turning off the light when they are not needed, and reducing the plastic use can help to protect our planet, the earth. Another important thing about young people can do is to keep learning in our school. We need to study seriously in our class. When we learn new things, we prepare for ourselves to solve problems in the future. Young people also have a lot of ideas. They have their own ideas and opinions to share. When we share a positive ideas and also the strong opinions, we can help the others to see the problem in our planet and also we can give the solution for the others. Of course, making difference is not only to do something big. Sometimes people may not notice the good things we do in our life, but that should not stop us from trying small to do something good. Every big change in the world always begins with a small step. A small action today can grow into something bigger and bigger tomorrow. So we should never think that we are too young to help others or improve the world. Age doesn't decide whether someone can create change. What really matters is our attitude, our actions, and our willingness to care. We may still be students, but we already have the power to do good things around us. So that's all my speech. Thank you. Wait.
Thank you so much to Michael Wijaya from SMP Santa Teresa Pangkal Pinang. And I agree. Just because we're young, it doesn't mean we can't make a difference. And now next, we have another young talented speaker named Nicole Finalachong from the same school, SMP Santa Teresa Pangkal Pinang. And she will be presenting her speech titled Becoming a World Citizen. To Nicole, the stage is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever thought about how connected we are today? In just one click, we can communicate, we can talk to someone from a different country from us. We can learn the different cultures, we can watch news from across of our country, and even we can share ideas with someone that we have never met before. This shows us that we are not only a citizen of our own country, but we are also a citizen of the whole world. Today, I'd like to talk about how to becoming a world citizen. A world citizen is not just someone who only cares about their own country. Instead, a world citizen is someone who cares about the whole world. They know and they notice that all people are equal and deserve respect. They respect different cultures, different beliefs, different traditions, and even different opinions. They don't judge people too quickly just because they're different from them. Instead, they try to understand and they try to learn the differences. Being a world citizen in nowadays is very important because the world is more connected than ever. By using the modern technologies and by using the internet, the news can spread easily and we can communicate easily across borders. What happens in one country can affect the many other countries. Before we act, before we speak, or before we post something on social media, we must think carefully at first because our words and our attitude can impact the other people. A world citizen has several important qualities. The first one is respect. We must respect different cultures, we must respect different opinions, we must respect different beliefs and respect different traditions. The second is responsibility. Before we act, before we speak, or before we post something, we must think carefully at first. And the third is caring. We must care about each other and we can spread our kindness to all people around us. The fourth is environmental awareness. We must save our planet by reducing plastic waste. We can saving air and we can saving water and saving electricity and we can keep our surroundings clean. Many people think that to becoming a world citizen is we must doing that something really big, but actually it's not. We can start from a small actions. One simple actions in my daily life that often I use is when I'm using a social media. I saw a post that made fun of other people's cultures. At first, I want to ignore it because it's not my problem, it's not my business. Why I should care about them? But after a moment, I think that when I ignore it, that also means that I support that content in negative way. Instead of ignore it, I try to block that comment, block that content, and I try to report it and post something positively about other people's cultures. We might find some difficulties when we are being a world citizen, but actually we can try to learn the difficulties and it will become better. And finally, let me end with this thought. Becoming a world citizen is like one big family. When the part of the family is in pain, we must care about them. And we must look beyond borders. We must see humanity first. And together, let us make our world a better future. That's all for me. Thank you for hearing my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicole. That is certainly a very impactful speech, and I hope that everyone feels the same. Next, we have Graciel Adeline Gunawan from SMP Yosudarso 1, Batam, with her speech titled, Before We Speak, We Belong. So, Graciel, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Rosella. Ladies and gentlemen, before we speak, we belong. Not to a flag, not to a border, not to a single story. We belong to another. When you speak, who stands behind your words? Is it just your name? Just your history? Just a place printed in your passport? Or is it something larger? The invisible web of humanity that connects your breath to mine. We live in a century where our voices travel faster than our thoughts. A sentence written in one room can reach 1,000 people across the ocean. A message posted in seconds can echo to the lives of strangers. Our voices now travel farther than any generation before us. But the question is not how far our voices travel. The real question is how far our responsibilities travel with them. And yet, we still speak as if our words stop at our doorstep. They don't. Every So, what does it mean to speak as a world citizen? It does not mean abandoning where you came from. It means expanding it. Identity is not a cage, it's a doorway that opens from my country to our planet. Because the truth of our time is simple. The problem we face no longer belongs to one nation. The air we pollute does not respect borders. The ocean we warm do not separate by ideology. The forests we lose in one region change the climate of another. The storms that grow stronger, the heat that rises higher, the coastline that slowly disappears. These are not national problems, they are human ones. Interdependence is not a philosophy, it is a fact. But world citizenship is not only about global problems, it's about global empathy. In fact, I realized this in a quiet moment. One evening, I was sitting in the back seat of a car, rain traced slow lines down the window. The city light blurred into gold and silver reflection. Nothing extraordinary was happening. No applause, no expectation. No one needed anything from me. And suddenly I realized something. Somewhere else in the world, under a different sky, in a different language, in a different culture, another human being was also sitting quietly after a long day. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they were worried about tomorrow. Maybe they were simply breathing in silence like I was. And in that moment, I understood something simple. Exhaustion has no nationality. Hope has no accent. A parent worrying about their child sounds the same in every language on earth. If our emotions are shared, so must our responsibilities be shared. To speak as world citizens is to recognize that our lives are intertwined. It means asking difficult questions. How does my comfort affect someone else's cause? How does my consumptions shape the forest, river, sky that someone else depends on? How does my silence allow injustice to continue? Because silence can also build walls, but courage can build bridges. To speak as a world citizen is not to speak louder, it's to speak wider. Wider in empathy, wider in responsibility, wider in imagination. It means choosing curiosity over certainty, listening before defending, learning before judging. Because stereotypes simplify, but humans are so beautifully complex. And complexity deserves patience. So tonight, I would like to ask all of you joining with me to replace the old story, us versus them, with something braver, something stronger. All of us. Our climate, our dignity, our forests, our oceans, our peace, our shared future. Not mine, not yours, but ours. So before we speak, we belong. And we need to pause to ask yourself, does this divide or does it connect? Does this protect only me or does it consider us? Does this make the world smaller or wider? Because in an interconnected world, neutral words do not exist. Words can heal, words can harm, words can move a generation toward hope. So, before we speak, we belong to one planet, to one fragile atmosphere, to one human family. So speak! Speak for peace. Speak for forests that cannot defend themselves. Speak for oceans that carry our future. Speak for children who will inherit the consequence of what we do today. Speak to belong, speak to build, speak as a world citizen. My name is Graciela Adin Gunawan from SMP Sudarso 1 in Batam, and thank you very much. Back to you, Rochella.
Thank you very much, Rochelle, for your amazing speech. You've made me realize that words and what we can say, it can be so influential, and that we must share our burden of our own responsibilities. Next, we have Farsha Laquita from SMA Santo Josef Pangkal Pinang with her speech titled Never Give Up. So Farsha, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Rochelle, for the introduction. Well, hello everyone. I would like to say something that maybe we've all experienced, as a student, as someone who's working, as someone who is a parent or someone who's elderly. Everyone, I think, would have probably experienced the same thing that I've experienced, which is the feeling of wanting to give up. Well, did you know that wanting to give up is just like you want to abandon this stuff that you wanted to do originally? It's actually just a mindset, if you think about it. Now, what makes me say that? Well, let me tell you a little bit of story from my experience. When I first started high school, all of the environment is super new. I wasn't experienced in it. I wasn't used to it. So quickly, I was hit with the sense of overwhelmingness. There's different things going on, aka events, there's different classes, and the curriculum is also different. And also, there's new people, there's new friends, and I don't know what to do. So I got stressed out. I talked to my friends. Hey, I don't know what to do. I'm stressed out. And me and my friends, we both talked about my feelings. I opened up to them. They told me some great advices. And look where I am now. I haven't gave up yet. Because here's the thing. When you try and try and try again, eventually you'll succeed in what you're trying to do in the first place. For me, it was when I first started high school, I wanted to give up on doing or continuing with high school. And I didn't give up because, well, I'm here delivering a speech to you guys about not giving up. There's a lot of things that we've done in the past that we probably think, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I should probably give up. Well, think about it. How many times have you thought about wanting to give up in the past in your life, but you didn't, and now you're at the point where you're standing right now, or sitting if you're watching this? Well, now that we've reflected on that moment, let's all take a step back, take a moment for ourselves, and take a little bit of a breather. Yeah. Note that you've probably done it with me. It's safe to say that giving up is just a feeling of your brain trying to shut off, and your brain doesn't like doing the hardship. Because everything that we have to do in order to be successful in life is always gonna be through hardship. And going past the hardship is the key point. And that's why we shouldn't ever give up. Unless you're forced to, then that's a whole nother story. But just remember this. Giving up is just a mindset, and if you feel like you wanted to give up, just remember that eventually you'll get through it. Just power to it, and you'll be fine. I'm Farshal Agrita, and that's it from me. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Farsha, for your incredible speech. Let us always move forward, even though things may seem tough. We'll always succeed when we never give up. Next, we have Elizabeth Nadia Caligis from SMP Santa Teresa, Pangkalpinang, with her speech, The Psychologic Reality of Nationalism. To Nadia, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Michelle, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will take you on to the psychological reality of nationalism. Have you ever wondered what nationalism actually means? People always say that you should plant it inside you, but why? What does it mean? And why do we get carried on to it? Well, in this case, I will explain it to you all psychologically. All right. The psychological reality of nationalism is often defined by boundaries, not just physical ones, but mental ones. You see, social identity theory suggests that we should define ourselves as the in-group, but we often define ourselves as the out-group. While this can create a narcissism of minor differences, where we focus on one thing that makes us unique to justify our pride. Well, this can foster incredible cooperation and sacrifice. Well, it carries a shadow, which is the tendency to view the other with suspicion or as a threat to our collective identity. All right. When we think of a nation, we often think of maps, borders, flags, valuable things we can touch or even see, right? But if we peel back the political layers, we can notice that nationalism doesn't live in the soil. It lives in the human mind. Well, nationalism is perhaps the most powerful imagined community ever created, where it takes millions of people and turns it into a society. At its core, nationalism feeds on our evolutionary hardware, where we as humans have an inherent to belong to a group that is larger than our individual selves. Now, I want to ask a question to you guys. Who here thinks that your nationalism is always presented by the presence of your national flag? You may raise your hand or the electronic hand. Let me go first. All right, but why do we do that? Why does a piece of cardcloth, or a flag even, visualize such emotions? Well, it's because through associative learning, nationalism attaches intense personal feelings to abstract symbols. And when a person feels their nation is being insulted, their brain often presents it as a personal attack. The I became the we. And this fusion of identity shows that people will die for a border they've never seen before or for a person they've never met before. As a conclusion, nationalism is perhaps the most beautiful psychological tool, where it takes millions of people to build hospitals, build cities, and help neighbors in crisis. It takes millions of strangers and turns it into a society. However, we must remain of its mechanics. If we understand that our national identity is our psychological tool, we can choose to use it for solidarity rather than exclusion. We can be proud of our imagined community without forgetting that beyond the man's maps and draw, we are a part of a shared human reality. That is it from me, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nadia, for your amazing speech about the psychological reality of nationalism. As a society, we must understand nationalism's importance in our daily lives. And now, on to the next speaker, Philbert Luvito from SMP Maria Goretti, Sungai Liat, with his speech titled The Power of Our Choice. So Philbert, The stage is yours.
Hello everyone. Today, my name is Vito. Today, I'm gonna tell you about the power of one choice. Let me start with a simple question. What if one small choice you make today could change your entire future? Sometimes we think that big changes only come from big actions we imagine from famous leaders, great inventors, or people standing on a huge stages making history. But in reality, many many of the biggest changes in the world started with something very small and a simple decision to try. A few months ago, I was given a choice to join this speech competition or to stay in my comfort zone. I knew I wanted to try, but that didn't mean I wasn't scared. I worried about making mistakes, about forgetting my words, or about not being good enough. I'm sure many of us have felt that same fear before. But even though I felt nervous, I made one important choice. I chose to step forward. And that choice brought me here today, speaking to all of you. This experience reminded me that life is full of choices. Some choices seem small at first, but they can lead us to new opportunities, new experience, and new growth. If we always choose the fastest path, the safest path, we might miss the chance to discover what we are truly capable of. Well, Speech Day is not just about speaking well. It is it is not just about standing in the front of an audience and saying words. It is about something much deeper. It is about choosing to speak up. It is about choosing to share our ideas even when our voices shake. Choosing to express our thoughts even when we are afraid people might disagree. And choosing to try even when success is not guaranteed. Every single day, we have to face many choices. We choose whether to help someone who is struggling or simply walk past them. We chose to whether to speak kindly to others or to stay silent when someone is treated unfairly. We chose whether to believe in ourselves or listen to the doubts in our minds. Sometimes these choices seem small, but when many people start making positive choices, those small actions can grow into something much bigger. Think about it. The world we live in today, many positive changes in history happen because someone decided to speak up. Someone believed that their voice mattered, even if they were just one person. They didn't wait until they were perfect. They didn't wait until they were fearless. They simply chose courage over comfort. And that is something all of us can do. We may still be students, but that doesn't not mean our voices are unimportant. In fact, young people often bring new ideas, fresh perspective, and powerful powerful energy to the world. When young people speak with honesty and passion, people listen. Our words can inspire our friends. Our ideas, our ideas can start meaningful conversations. And sometimes, our courage can encourage others to be brave as well. For example, when one person decided to stand up against bullying, others may find the courage to support them. When one student shares a creative idea, it can inspire an entire class to think differently. These moments may seem simple, but they can have a lasting impact. This is the true power of a voice. It is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is about using our voices to bring hope, understanding, and positive to others. Today, as we celebrate World Speech Day, let us remember that speaking it's not just a it is also responsibility. The worlds we choose can build bridges between people, inspire change, and spread kindness in our communities. So today, I encourage all of us to make one powerful choice. Let us choose to use our for truth. Let's choose to use our voices for kindness, and let us choose to use our voices with courage. Because one choice can change a moment, and one life can change the entire world. And that's all of my speech. Thank you, everyone, for listening my speech.
Thank you very much, Philbert Lubito. I share the same opinion. Even one choice can be impactful, meaningful, and influential. On to the next speaker, we have Chiesa Brigita Kiri from SMK Tunas Karya, Pangkal Pinang, with her speech, Imagination Beyond Borders. To Chiesa, the stage is yours.
Why, thank you, Rochella. And ladies and gentlemen, fellow dreamers, and to everyone, all citizens from all around the world. We often hear people say, be realistic. But today, I want to tell you all, I want to remind you of something powerful, something we all knew as children, but we forget as we grow up. And that is, imagination can take you anywhere. First things first, imagination is the ability to create scenarios that is in your mind that aren't happening right now or doesn't exist yet. Well, as a world citizen standing among other world citizens, we gotta imagine, and we can also build a new future for our new future, yeah. And every single invention and every movement, every story that changed the world, it all began from someone's imagination. And whether we realize it or not, and we imagine more than we think. And across different countries and different cultures, we watch fantasy films, read fairy tales, and dream of magical worlds. And I know many of you imagine yourselves inside those stories. And I want to tell y'all that I sometimes imagine myself inside those scenarios that I made up. And I want to share some scenarios that Well, I made up. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Well, can you guess that? Yes, that is Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter movies. Well, she is my most favorite character, who is determined, brave, and smart. And sometimes whenever I watch Harry Potter, I act just like her. Well, yeah. And I imagine myself being sorted into those houses. Well, I was hoping for Slytherin, but once I took the test, turns out I'm mostly like a Hufflepuff. And so that is imagination. Also, in those Harry Potter movies, imagination that shows in those stories, it also reminds me of how the world works, like how you have strengths, specialties, and also different roles from those dorms, houses. And whenever I watch the films, I imagine myself, well, since I'm a Hufflepuff, I'll be waving a wand, cast a spell, do potions, and while flying on a broomstick, will do everything as a witch. Well, imagination teaches us confidence, and no matter where you are, the world can be magical. Well, it never come out. And well, I was just trying to shoot the webs out from my hands. Well, I guess it ain't working. So, well, that is the movement of Spider-Man. Well, I also admire Spider-Man since, well, I like the way they climb on walls. I like the way, well, how they use their hands and feet. So just to stick up on those walls and swing from tall building to tall building while using just webs, those strong webs that's carry your weight on the air. And I imagine myself like how in the world you can actually do that. If anyone can make an invention, well, that suit of Spider-Man, well, I really want one. And Spider-Man also teaches us that using what you have to protect all citizens around the world. Well, and that imagination also lets us experience bravery before we act in real life. And lastly, I want to share that this dream is closest to my heart. And well, I love music and I love singing. That is where my specialties lie. And whenever I watch my favorite idols on stage, all they can do was, well, sing their hearts out to their fans. They write their own songs, and well, imagination also allows us to believe that maybe one day, I hope one day that I can be just like them, or maybe be famous, be noticeable with all of those fans around the world, and they can hear your song. Well, yeah. And I hope that we can achieve those dreams. And to all of you guys, I want to ask you, well, what is your biggest dream? And maybe with that imagination, what if we allow ourselves to imagine, not just for fun, but maybe for the future? Because imagination isn't just daydreaming, it's just a beginning of a change. And as world citizens, we may not walk on the same path, but imagination allows us to walk further. And so let's just use imagination, not just as a place to escape, but as a way to build, to solve problems, and to move forward to a world that you dare to imagine, and to be the citizen that imagine a better world. This is Shesa from Vocational School of Tunas Karya. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Chiesa, for your beautiful and relatable speech. This speech teaches us that imagination can be powerful and that it can help us with our own confidence and bravery. And now on to the last speaker from the Speakers Lab, Shaina Angelica Wijaya from SMA Santo Yosef Pangkal Pinang, with her speech titled The Role of Friendship in Our Development. So Shaina, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Rochella. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about something that quietly shapes all of us, our friendships and how the ordinary moments we share with people can change who we become. Most people see me as a social person. Well, probably because I talk easily, I also join conversations easily, and I've been part of many different friend groups throughout my life. Now, for a long time, I thought being surrounded by many people meant that I had strong friendships. I thought being social meant I was never alone. But as I grew older, I realized something that is unfortunate, something uncomfortable. Having many friends is not the same as having good friends, close friends. I've experienced many circles in life, yet there were times when I felt like I didn't truly have someone that I could trust completely, someone I could tell everything to, someone who really understood me. Maybe there's one person like that in my life, and it's probably my mom, or maybe my cousin, but they come in as family, not friends. And that realization taught me something really important. Friendships don't just fill our time, they also shape our development. Friends influence our behavior more than we realize. There was a period in my life where I stayed in a circle that wasn't actually healthy for me. On the surface, everything seemed just like normal. We laughed, we talked, we hang out, we spent time together, but slowly their negativity and attitudes began affecting me. I became someone that I wasn't. I became less motivated, more stressed, and honestly, less like myself. The change didn't happen suddenly. It happened through small, ordinary moments, small comments, small habits, small influences every single day. And when I finally stepped away from that circle, something surprising happened. I felt relieved. I felt lighter. I felt like something was lifted upon my shoulder. I started improving, not just academically, but mentally and emotionally. I became more confident. I also became more focused and more comfortable being myself again around other people and around myself. That experience made me realize how powerful friends truly are. Sometimes growth doesn't come from adding people into your life. Sometimes it comes from choosing the right ones, or even having the courage to walk away. Friends also shape how we learn to connect with others. School teaches us lessons from books, but friendships teaches us how to listen, how to understand different personalities, and how to handle misunderstandings. Now, through everyday conversations, jokes, disagreements, or even silences, we learn empathy and communication. And during our teenage years, when we are still discovering who we are, the people around us quietly influence our identity. The way we speak, the way we think, and even the way we see ourselves. It can be shaped by the people who we spend our ordinary days with. Now, here's something I've come to understand. Sometimes, well, most of the times, but sometimes, not having many close friends also teaches you something valuable. It teaches you to understand yourself better. And it's really important to actually understand yourself better. It teaches you to recognize what kind of friendship you truly need. Not just the people you laugh with, not just the people you hang out with, but the people that make you feel safe, respected, and accepted. Because emotional support doesn't always come from grand gestures. Sometimes it's just simple. Maybe you're asking if you're fine. Maybe you're asking if you're okay. Is your day nice? Or did you have fun with your friends? Someone remembering small details about you. Or someone staying when things aren't fun anymore. Sometimes your friends just want to stay with you when you have money to hang out with them or when you have time to hang out with them, but it's not like that. You need to have someone who want to be there all the time, even through the sad moments. Those quiet moments matter more than we think. Friendships isn't about numbers, it's about the quality of the friendship and it's about the impact that they give you in your daily life. One genuine friend can change your confidence. One supportive person can change your mindset. One healthy friendship can completely change the direction of your growth. Everything is really fragile and everything needs to be impacted by good, positive people. And maybe that's where the real magic lies. Not in big celebrations or unforgettable events, but in the ordinary moments we share every day. Now, today, I want to leave you with two questions. Who are the people shaping your everyday moments? And more importantly, what kind of friends are you becoming in someone else's life? Because the friendship we build in ordinary moments don't just create memories, they create the person we are becoming, our development. And that's all for my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shaina, for your inspirational speech. With the right friends, we can do much more than we realize. And now, on to the next speaker, Rivieri Berliandri Gatan from G2 and from SMA Santo Yosef Pangkal Pinang with his speech, The World Does Not Owe Us Stability. To the next speaker, the stage is yours.
Thank you, MC Michela Banderio, for giving me the opportunities to speak in today's Zoom meeting. And of course, when we talk about the change of the world, the direction of the world, we often talk about those higher ups, the president, the world leaders, the innovator. But that idea of the direction of the world based on that higher ups is not that true. Of course, that leaders are important and they make the decision. But behind every system, those ordinary people are the one who shape it the most. For example, teachers showing up to teach their student, and workers that are working and takes their responsibility, and citizens deciding how to use their money, how to manage their time, and of course the youngster, me, you, and all of those small decisions add up, and the direction of the world does not solely decided by those higher ups, but also by us. And that's where young people come in. When we are building our future, it does not suddenly make us success, and it builds from a small habits, of course. And right now, most of us are not a policy maker. We are not running a big thriving company, and what we are doing is building a small habit that will lead us to a better future. And so, small habits. When we are talking about small habits, I will give you my story. Me understanding small habits began with my allowance. When I first started getting my allowance from my parents, I take it lightly. I take it unseriously. I buy a drink there, food here, some small thing online, and all of them, it felt really insignificant because of the small amount that I spent. And after a few days, all I have left is a small wallet. And when I start thinking about where my money go, I couldn't tell it clearly. And so at first I thought I will brush it off like nothing happened. But after a few times, I realized that if I could not manage a small responsibility like this, what am I with a bigger responsibility in the future? And so I started to make a small habit. I start to think when I spend my money, I start to save a little bit of my money when I want to. And this small habit, this principle goes way beyond just money. Same principle can be applied to many other fields. For example, small habits when discipline in studying, maybe discipline in using time and money for that. In other words, the future is not shaped by those important individual, but also by us right now, especially the youngster that will lead the future of tomorrow. And that's all for my speech. I will give the mic back to the MC.
Thank you very much, Rivieri. The world may not owe us stability, but we are certainly responsible for it. Now, last but not least, our last speaker of this segment, Caterina Gracia Amor from SMP Santa Teresa, Pangkal Pinang, with her speech, The Power of Kindness in Our Daily Lives. So, Caterina, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Have you ever done something kind for someone and seen how it made them smile? Or when was the last time someone showed you a small act of kindness and how did it make you feel? Today, I want to talk about something very simple but very powerful: kindness. Kindness means caring about others, helping people, and treating everyone with respect. Sometimes we think kindness must be something big or extraordinary, but actually it often comes from small action in our daily life. For example, smiling at someone who looks sad, helping a friend understand a lesson, or saying thank you and please. These small actions may seem simple, but they can make someone feel valued and happy. Kindness also creates a positive chain reaction. When we are kind to someone, that person may feel encouraged to be kind to others too. In this way, one small act of kindness can spread to many people, just like a ripple in water. Another important thing is that kindness not only helps others, but also helps ourselves. When we do something kind, we often feel happier and more positive. It makes our heart feel lighter and our relationship with others stronger. In our busy lives, it is easy to forget about kindness, but if we take a moment to care about others, we can make our school, our community, and even our world a better place. So today, I encourage all of us to practice kindness every day. Remember that even the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference in someone's life. Let us choose to be kind, help others, and spread positivity wherever we go. Thank you. Back to you, Rachela.
Thank you very much, Katarina, for your amazing speech. Random acts of kindness is not all that common these days, but we should change that. And now, let us move on to feedback from Ma'am Erna and Ma'am Amber. To Ma'am Amber and Ma'am Erna, the stage is yours.
Who will be the first? Okay. Okay, let me try. Let me try to summarize. Okay, before I said my summarize, I think I would like to say thank you first for all of you, for the participant, because except Riveri and Katarina. Okay, not Speakers Lab alumni because they are actually Riveri and Katarina after you. Oh, Riveri 12th grade, so cannot continue. You can maybe continue your college later. But Katarina, if you still want to join, so you can join in the second year, so you can be one of our alumni here. Okay, as the alumni, I cannot say anything because you practice this speech more than 1 year, maybe 2 years, or Rizela, maybe this is the second year or third year. So all of you already did great for every speeches to share your ideas, your opinion, and then you keep your promise to deliver your speech, stand up, now sit in front of your computer only. I saw it that yeah, I think all of them, right, Rizella, and then also the MC, you stand in front of your computer, not sit. All of you keep your promise that, and then because you share your opinion with very good and press speech, I think that I can say that my member success to guide you, to make you improve in every speeches, and then you learn a lot of about the technique because you know it deliver speech complete. We have also learned how to use a good technique, right? And I think for the next event you have to add one more again for the technique, how to change the virtual background using your device. Yeah, all technique you are so good, right? You can stand, you can improve, you can anything, you can do best in everything. But Michael, who are they? Michael, and then Filbert. Maybe you can add one more technique. How to change your virtual background using your device, your phone. I mean that. Yeah,
I did.
I think yeah, I think you need to find that one more technique about it because we cannot help you. My member cannot help you because we stay far away, yeah, 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 miles. Okay, and then what else for the MC? I told you once again, you did very good. You can manage your meeting. Even we add more participant, but you can handle it. So everything running smoothly. Yes, Hubert. Do you want to
Uh,
say? Yeah.
I did try it, and it doesn't say that there's a change background. And I did ask about the Zoom. I did ask about my mom's friend that every meeting use the Zoom. It says that only available only about other phones that has the virtual background settings. So yeah, my phone doesn't have that setting. I did see it.
Maybe you can ask your teacher later. Maybe you can ask anyone that you meet
So
again
yeah,
after.
I still
So
can't change. I
yeah,
know
because
that you.
we still have one more event, right, for the final event. So that's why you can try to find
I
which
know
one the
that
best best.
it's in the settings. In my settings is only says meeting settings, audio and caption translations. And my mom's friend tells me that the change
You don't have
virtual
the
background
application yet.
is limited. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
have it.
so maybe the best solution you have to change. You have to
And
buy them.
I did sign in my Zoom. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you so much. But yeah, you did great too, Phil. But I know it maybe you have a text in front of you, but you are trying. You are trying
I'm nervous.
natural. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, and then a lot of speakers here since G1, G2, and then Speaker Lab, and then the Agora. I know that they are trying to be, what is it, natural to deliver these speeches. So I think that's my summarize. I think that's my feedback, Risela. Okay, back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma'am Amber, Ma'am Erna. And now moving on to feedback from Ma'am Amber.
I am so proud of you. Again, I will always tell you how proud of you I am. Filbert, you have grown so much. Stop doubting yourself. Little baby steps and you are getting there, okay? It's fine. You're doing a great job. From when you joined the first time 2 years ago now. It's almost 2 years now, Filbert. And you have done so much.
But my thoughts tells me that that I still can make mistake, that I don't know the words, so I'm a bit shaking. I'm nervous.
Hey, I make mistakes too. We all make mistakes, so it's fine. Just keep on going. Very good. And each and every one of you. As I said before, I'm so proud of you, not simply because of the progress you are doing, but because this class exists only because you asked for this class to exist. You asked to be able to keep on practicing because you didn't have to join this year, but you said, yes, I want to do this again. So applause to each and every one of you. You are doing an amazing job. You are growing more and more in your personal leadership and in your public speaking skills. And just keep on practicing. Us adults need to keep on practicing too. So, you know, we're never arrived. You never reach that goal. Always keep aiming for something more. Fabulous job. I will not say anything else today. I just love you guys. Mwah. Back over to you, Rishala.
All right, thank you very much from Coach Amber. What an amazing performance that was. Everybody did great. Even though there might be some to move upon in some areas, but I truly do hope that through our words, we may inspire all that is watching. Every speaker has given it their all. And thus I hope that the audience has found some meaning through our speeches. Before we close this meeting and end it off with a bang, let us pray first. I will be leading the closing prayer again as a Christian. Others of different beliefs may adjust accordingly. Let us pray together. Thank you, God. It is because of you that this meeting has run smoothly. We thank you for all the blessings you have given us today. And now we have finished our meeting and would like to come back to our home and families. So thank you, God. Amen. And that is a wrap. Thank you all for joining us for the Speakers Lab and World Speech Day 2026. Thank you, everybody.